Hi everyone, this is Heba from My Little Journal, and today I'm going to be working in my project life. This is week 41, 2017. I decided to use a 9 by 12 page protector because my photos were really different and I really wanted to focus on one certain event for one layout. So I will be using the front and back of that page protector. Now, for my first layout, it's all about one event, a special event. We went to a fundraiser that night, so I had a lot of photos. I'm going to start with my title card. I will be using my October rubber embellishment that was sent to me by the amazing Elle Wood. She was very kind to send me October. Now I need November and December. Anyways, I decided to stamp out week 41 with some Brilliance ink. It didn't turn out like I thought it would be. It wasn't as opaque as I hoped it would be, but I will end up outlining it with my white Signo ink. You won't see me do that on camera, but you will get to see it at the end of this video when I add my photos. I'm going to go ahead and stick down my October. I felt like it needed something more, so I'm going to add a little plastic heart. It is pretty thick. It came in one of my Studio Calico kits, so I will end up sticking it on the outside of my page protector, not the inside, because I don't want to bulk up my pocket. Moving on to this 3x4 photo of my brother, my nephew, and my daughter, I will trim it down because I really wanted to use this 3x4 card that said "Such a Beautiful Day." I'm just going to stick it, add a little puffy heart to that photo also. Now I really want to use this 3x4 photo, but I still want to journal, so I'm going to be using a flip pocket for this, so I can add my photo and my journaling. I'm going to journal about this amazing event and my very busy week. Now this event was amazing because we got to meet a very strong and amazing female that stands for Palestinian rights, children, females in the Middle East. And I've grown up to be very fond of her, and it was an honor to meet her. So I wanted to journal about that. I will use my Feed Your Craft stamps to stamp out magical moments and little things like that. I will also be using a 3x4 card to back up my photo in my flip pocket. I love this 3x4 card. It is one of my favorites from Studio Calico, and I love the colors. So I decided to use one of my Feed Your Craft chipboards. It matched really nicely with my title card, and I love the quote. So I'm just going to stick it right in the middle of my card. Then I will move on to that 4x6 photo of this amazing female. I journaled about her speech, about that night. I decided to use a Studio Calico stamp to stamp in white Brilliance ink right on my photo, and then I'm going to grab a little phrase that says "remember" and stick that also on my photo right above my stamp. I'm just going to be adding a little label to that photo of my daughter and I believe it said "family nights," something like that. And I'm just going to stick that right on my photo and then call this side of my layout done, and then I will be moving on to the back side of my insert. Now moving on to the next spread. This spread is all about my son. He traveled for a few days for a marching band competition, and I wanted to document his travel. So I will be adding some cards here and there, and then I'm going to start working on that 3x4 screenshot of our messages. Now, when my kids travel, it's really hard on me. I don't even know what I'm going to do when my kids go to college, but it was a tough weekend, and I took a screenshot of our messages because he was so sweet, telling me, "Mom, it's okay, I'll be home in a few days." So anyways, I'm going to trim it down to fit into this 3x4 card that said he said, she said, and that little heart emoji didn't fit, so I decided to kind of fussy cut it out and add it back onto my screenshot of our messages. Now for my next 3x4 photo, I want to use that 3x4 card, so I trimmed down my photo, but I lost my white border. So I'm going to go ahead and back it up to this white paper and add a white border to my photo. And also this photo is really dark. It was really late and my photo didn't turn out that great. So when that happens, I change my colored photo to black and white, and I feel like it makes it a tiny bit better. I will also be using my Kelly Perky Best Time stamp set because I want to add the time they came home and the time they left. Now, this photo was the time they came home, so I'm just adding the time for that. And then I'm going to grab this 4x6 photo of his luggage and add the time they left right above my journaling. And I journaled about why they left, how many days, when they came home, little things like that. I'm done with these two photos. I'm just going to stick down this one and staple it and add it to my layout. Now, after competition the next day, their coaches gave them a day off and took them to an amusement park, and they had a blast. And I'm very lucky that the coaches take a lot of photos and send them to the parents, and that's how I got this group photo of the marching band. I'm going to add a little geotag right on my son, so when somebody's looking through the album, they can find him in this humongous group photo. I'm moving on to this last 3x4 card. I remember I got these little speech bubbles. They're like vellum speech bubbles in one of my Studio Calico kits. So I'm gonna go ahead and use that green one. I will also use some phrases from my little sheet that says "always in it to win it" because it works really well with my spread. And I will also add a little puffy heart right inside of that speech bubble, and I believe I call my layout done. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video, and if you did, please give me a thumbs up, and if you are new to my channel, please consider subscribing, and I hope to see you guys very soon. Bye.